video, we will learn about data structure. Before jumping into the definition of what is data structure, let us take a small use case which we see in our day-to-day life. For example, we are having some set of books. How exactly we store them? Either we store them in a book rack or we will keep the books one on the another on a table. Here data is same, just a set of books, but we are storing in two different ways. So this is what exactly data structure, the way of storing the data. So storing the data not only sufficient, at the same time we need to fetch the data efficiently. What is efficiency? It means that how much time it is taking to store the data and how much time it is taking to fetch the data. And at the same time, what is the amount of space it has been occupied. So efficiency always talk in terms of time complexity and space complexity. Time complexity is nothing but what is the time taken to store the data or fetch the data. And space complexity talks about how much space it has been occupied. So in this use case, the space complexity is same, but time complexity might vary depending on the fetch operation. So what is data here? So here in this example, data is set of books. So data is nothing but it can be simple data or complex data. It means that we need to store student A or we need to store entire information about student, like what is the student address and what are the phone numbers he has and how many marks he obtained in all semester. It means that it can be simple data to the complex data. So depending on the type, we are dividing data type into two different ways. One is primitive data type, another one is non-primitive data types. So what are primitive data types? It can be numeric and non-numeric. It means that in numeric we will be having some integer data type like int and floating data type like float, double, etc. In case of non-numeric, we are having like a boolean data type like true or false, or we are having character data type. So what is non-primitive data type? Again, non-primitive data types are defined in three different ways like classes, interfaces, and arrays. So non-primitive data is mainly used to store the complex data. So again here classes or interfaces, we can again divide it into predefined and user defined. So predefined is nothing but what exactly library provides us. For example, in case of Java, we are having list, array list, linked list, stack, etc. These all data structures already defined in Java libraries. Whereas user defined is nothing but we need to create them depending on the use case. Just now we have seen one example like storing the book. Their book is one kind of data. So book act as the user defined data type. So similarly, we can see some other user defined data types like student. So we need to create a student class with some set of attributes. What are the information we want to store about student? So here it acts as the user defined data type. So what is classification of data structure? So why we are having different type of data structures? We have already seen one example like our book example, that depending on the storage type we are storing in two different ways, and obviously how we are fetching it differs in both the cases. So depending on the storage, data structures are classified into two types: linear data structure and non-linear data structure. Linear data structure is nothing but we are storing the data in linear fashion like arrays, linked list, stacks, queues. All these data types, we always store the data in a linear manner, like a sequential manner, like one after the another. Just now we have seen our book example. We are storing the books in a book rack one next to another, or we are keeping books one on the another. So So these data structures are called linear data structures. Whereas non-linear data structure, we don't maintain linear manner, but it maintains some hierarchical or like key value pairs. For example, tree data structure, graph, table, sets, etc. Let us see some data structures real life example. We have already noticed two different data structures which we have used in our book example. So we are having some set of books and then we are storing we are storing in a book rack or we are keeping one on the another. So here book rack act as the array or list, whereas keeping books on one on the another, like we are calling it as stack of books. So here it act as the stack data structure. So for few best example, whenever we go to movie theater, obviously we need to get a ticket. So to get a ticket, we will stand in a queue at the ticket counter. It means that whoever enter the queue first, they will get the ticket first. So the operation maintains some specific order. Like whoever is entering first, they are getting the ticket first. It means it's called first in, first out order. Similarly, we can see this queue example in many cases, like when we go to bank, obviously we will stand in a row, and again when we go to ATM center, we will stand in a row, we will stand in a queue to get opportunity. So here queue data structure is used. Already seen that tree is a non-linear data structure. It means that in tree data structure, the elements are organized in a hierarchical manner. So best example is employee hierarchy. For example, we are having topmost employee CEO, and CEO three reportees like CTO, CFO, and president. Again, under these under president and CFO, we will be having some set of employees. So here it is forming some hierarchical manner. Obviously, root is CEO here. So this forms a tree type. That's the reason we are calling it as a tree data structure. Next is graph data structure. So again, graph is also like a collection of entities. It is similar to tree, but in case of tree, only one root will be there. But in case of graph, there is no such root element. One element to another element, there can be n number of paths. So best example is like any Facebook web, social networking site like Facebook or Instagram. Upcoming lectures, we will talk about these data structures in detail. Thank you for watching.